Dear students, my name is Daria Istanic and I'm a researcher at University of Ljubljana, Slovenia. Welcome to AQU TEACH. Module 11, Scientific Research Methods. In this module, we'll look at how a research should be designed and carried out. The first chapter refers to basic terms like science and research. Science aims to present the most accurate view of the world, and research is a process of knowledge acquisition. Research can be basic, that means theoretical, with no practical impact at the time being, or applied, which solves practical challenges in technology. Then we look at variables and their types. A variable is a measurable characteristic of an abstract construct. In case of water quality, variables are nitrate concentrations, orthophosphate concentrations, amount of algae, and similar parameters that define the construct, which is water quality. The variables can be independent or dependent. Independent variables are the ones that we change in the experiment between the control and the experimental group. For example, we could change orthophosphate concentrations. And the dependent variable is the one that we measure as a consequence of the induced change. For example, we could measure algae growth. Variables have different levels of measurement. For example, gender and color can be described only with words or names, and no numerical value can be given or order can be made. This is nominal level. Opinion and, for example, sweetness of a fruit can also be described only with names or words. However, the descriptions can be ordered in ranks, like not sweet, sweet, and very sweet. This is ordinal level. When attributes are ordered in ranks and when the distance between the attributes is always the same, then we talk about interval level. For example, age or temperature when measured in degrees Celsius. Racial level has all characteristics of interval level and also has a true zero. That means that also zero measurements are possible. For example, when measuring concentration, mass, or volume. Different levels of measurement also have different statistical analyses that are possible. Then we'll find out what is validity, reliability, accuracy, and precision. These are the four characteristics that are most wanted for scientific results. Validity is trustworthiness. Valid results are acceptable by research fellows. Reliability means that something is performing consistently well. Reliable results are replicable. Accuracy is correctness. Results are correct regarding to the true value or standard. Precision is refinement in a measurement. It means the number of the digits of the results. Now when we went through more theoretical part, we can start with practical instructions about how to carry out a research. A research methodology is an ongoing process that starts with definition of a research problem, followed by review of related literature and formulation of a hypothesis. Then we have to set a research design and sampling plan and execute preliminary tests or pilot study. When we've done this, it's time to execute the real research and gather data. Data are then processed and the results are reported in scientific literature. In the final publication, we point out new questions that arose during the experiment, suggest further research, and thus start a new cycle of research methodology. When we're designing research, it's important to exactly plan the activities that have to be taken to get enough data to test the hypothesis. We have to define the control and test group and select appropriate sampling type. We can distinguish between probability and non-probability sampling. In probability sampling, there is an equal chance for every subject to be selected from the population. Probability sampling can be simple, random, systematic, stratified, or clustered. In case of non-probability sampling, a sampling is gathered in a way where all individuals in the population do not have an equal chance of being selected. There are also different types of non-probability sampling. All sampling types will be further described in your Moodle activities. Before we step in the laboratory, we have to know how to behave in the lab and be familiar with good laboratory practice. Done all this, we have a green light to conduct the experiment. After an experiment has been carried out, the data were processed and the hypothesis was confirmed or rejected, it's time to prepare a research publication. Each article starts with title and abstract. This is the part that will be first seen to the readers and therefore its content is very important. In introduction, we described what was studied and support the idea with other literature. In materials and methods, we describe how the research was done, and in results chapter, we present our results in tables, figures, and text. In discussion, we explain the results and compare them with other studies and confirm or reject the hypothesis. In conclusion, we sum up the main outcomes and in reference list, we list all cited literature. The publication is then ready to be submitted to the selected scientific journal. I'm now inviting you to follow the activities in Moodle and gain the knowledge that was just introduced to you. Thank you for your attention.